Hey, what's going on, parents? Welcome back to Teenager Tuesday.
Hi, parents. We're so glad you're with us today. My name is Tisha Solomon. I'm the student pastor at the Frisco East Campus. I'm here with William.
Hello, Perry.
Perry.
Yes, I'm the lead student pastor here at Hope. And if you're listening to this for the first time, someone that you know probably shared it with you, or you just found out, you're maybe at Hope Fellowship at a different church. But this is a way that we are trying to be a resource to as many parents as we can through our experience, through our research, through bringing other experts in.
Yeah.
And we're kind of in the middle of a series about friends.
Yep.
And today is going to be a fun episode about people being friend zoned.
In the friend zone.
Stuck in the friend zone.
Yikes.
Trapped in the friend zone.
Yes, it's never pretty to be in friend zone.
No, but,
I mean, unless you want to be.
Right.
Right.
Well, I do kind of hope that most of the parents listening to this, most of their kids are either not dating or stuck in a friend zone.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, I have three kids, but two are 17, one's 15, and they've never really even experienced dating before. They've not really been interested in anyone before. And so
That's
in
great.
our home, we talk a lot about just healthy friendships and what that looked like, because I know, like, for my husband and I hope this is the case for a lot of people, we were great friends before we even started dating. Mm-hmm. And I think that has just really set us up for success.
Oh, yeah. Well, and like we've said in a previous podcast, like the healthiest married people that I've ever seen are people that would call their spouse their best friend.
Absolutely.
Like, and you know, your friend, and then romance gets added in there.
Yeah.
You know? It's like that Tim Keller quote, the actions of love, or the feelings of love will be followed by the actions of love. So it's kind of like,
come on,
you know,
Tim.
the better you are as a friend, then feelings might appear. So
which is great.
Which probably
Could be
maybe
great.
for a lot of young men whose parents are listening to this, they caught feelings. They asked said person out.
Yep.
And she said, "I like you like a brother."
You are such a good brother.
Such a good brother.
I
Christ.
just see you like a brother. Yeah. That does happen so many times for friend zone. And so what when this happens to you or to your student, actually, you know, you're a teenager, whether a guy or girl, like, what can you do to help them? You know?
Well, and that's what we're going over today. And before we actually get into, like, we kind of want to hit a couple angles. Mm-hmm. One, what can you do that's preemptive, like before the friend zone comes, to kind of help with it, you know? And then, like, what are just a handful of tips that we would say can be helpful if and when they do come to you and they're like, I asked them out, I was rejected. They said,
I'm very hurt.
Yeah.
Rejection stinks and it hurts a lot.
Yeah, at any age.
Yes,
you know?
at any age, whether you're a teenager or whether you're 50 years old.
Yes.
Not that you and I know what that is like, but
we will one day.
One day we'll be 50.
Yeah, many years from now.
Long ways down the road.
So first preemptive tip, there's just 3 of these, and then we'll talk about in the friend zone. The first preemptive tip is do we celebrate singleness? Do the Bible celebrate singleness so much?
It sure does.
In fact, in Matthew 19, when Jesus talked about marriage, his disciples even said, in reaction to the way that Jesus talked about being married, that it was better to not be married than to be married. Like, there's so many scriptures that celebrate singleness.
Absolutely.
That I don't know where along the way through, you know, it's natural to want to be in a relationship.
Absolutely.
But I also don't think it's horrible to not be, you know? There's probably single parents that are listening to this.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm good.
Exactly.
Like, I'm good.
I'm doing good. I'm independent. I have people to encourage me and to be in community with in a Bible study or a home group, and that's great. Mm-hmm. And, you know, not everyone has to be married, and we have to teach our kids that they are enough.
Yeah.
They don't need someone else to be enough. Jesus has made them enough.
Yeah.
And that has to be the foundation, I think, of everyone's life. And if it's not, man, shame on us for not teaching them that, or helping them maybe feel based on something we say or maybe something we do that they aren't enough unless they have someone else.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably most of the time it's unintentional.
Oh,
to
for
not
sure
celebrate
it is.
singleness.
Yeah.
Because nobody does no church even does a series on single.
Right.
You know, it's a dating series.
You're single, yay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Something like that.
Yeah.
So, celebrate singleness.
Absolutely.
Number 2, we said this in a recent message, but help them look for a partner, not a savior.
Yes.
When they're looking
So good.
at romance, are they looking at it in a way to complete them? Kind of how you just said.
Yeah.
Are they looking for someone who can be a partner, or are they looking for someone who can save them? Because we only have one savior.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just too much pressure on someone else to be the savior.
Yes.
And so it's teaching our students again, hey, you are enough. And if you don't feel like you're enough, man, look to Jesus, who is making you enough and who has made you enough and who is enough. And because of that, you are enough.
Yes.
And we're on that journey too of still trying to figure that out, I think. Yeah. And so just bring your student along with you as you're figuring it out.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3, preemptive, is help them understand what to be attracted to.
That's good.
There will always be pretty people,
for sure.
There's a world full of beautiful men and women.
Yeah.
And how often are we trying to be intentional, even if our students give us a reaction of like rolled eyes or something like that. Are we trying to have conversations to help them see attraction as more than just a physical thing? Because are there values that people have, attributes like kindness, the way they treat their family, that can help them set up better values.
Absolutely. And honestly, beauty can fade over time, right?
Yeah.
And so
Proverbs 31.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, 31:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that. Yeah. Charm is deceitful and beauty fades.
Yeah. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Yeah. I think, a man or woman who loves the Lord more than anything, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that.
That's preemptive stuff.
Yes.
And then we have a handful of tips on, okay, what if they are friend zoned? What can you do in the moment
when the friend zone happens? Yes. I think that can be so difficult for our students. And I think hopefully, your students come and talk to you about it. You have a relationship where they're talking about all the different things going on in their lives. And I think the first thing we can do when your student comes to you is just recognize the hurt they feel. Yeah. I think sometimes our students just need to be heard, and they need to say they need to hear us say, man, I'm so sorry. Yeah. That stinks. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way.
Get made fun of in that moment.
No, friend
young love.
Right. Yeah. But just say, I'm recognizing the hurt and maybe the frustration this has caused. And just say, hey, I'm sorry. And I'm going to check in every few days just to see how you're doing because I know this hurt.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. You don't want to make yourself unsafe by making fun of them with their vulnerable.
Or they won't come to you with bigger things,
Yeah.
So.
Number 2, Tisha, this is something I think you do a great job with your kids at, is encourage the good that you see in them. Because when people feel rejected, it's hard to see any good aspects of them because you're feeling that hurt of, I was rejected because I'm missing something.
Yeah.
So then again, probably with rolled eyes, I think it's okay to encourage the good that you see in your students.
Yeah. It's so good for us to speak so highly of our kids and just remind them, because they're being reminded constantly of the ways that they think they're failing. So it's good. The third thing, inquire about what they saw or what they particularly liked about the person they were hoping to not be in the friend zone with, right? Yeah. Just asking questions like, well, what do you think went wrong? Did you misread the signs? Yeah. What was something that attracted you to that person? What are qualities of someone that you would like to be with, you know, for the rest of your lives, you know? That way you can talk about in relationships, what's important to them, asking things like, well, yeah, they're pretty, but do you know if they were kind to people? You know, what did they do at school? Were they kind to people? Did they invite people to their lunch table? Did they exclude people? You know, just things that are important. What does their relationship with Jesus like? Oh, so they don't go to church. Okay, well, maybe we can start talking about, the first thing we're looking for is, do they love Jesus? You know, so just asking what are you looking for? What did you like about them? So that you kind of know and you can just keep that dialogue open.
Yeah. Well, I like how, you even talked about it, brings self-awareness to them, which is such a great aspect of it too.
Absolutely.
Number 4, which is the last thing for today, is ask how you can help. Yeah. I think instinctively we want to help how we would want help received. Yeah. But every person's different. Parents, this. Your kids are different. Your kids may be similar to you, their father, their mother, their whatever. But even then, they're different. So I would just don't be afraid to ask. Well, how can I help?
Right. What's the best way for me to support you right now? Yeah. And you know what? That's funny is that's a great question to ask. Sometimes they may not know. So you can say, here's something that's helped me before. Here's something that's helped, my husband or my wife before. These are things, should we try them just to see? Or who knows? They may know exactly what they need.
Maybe.
So because, teenagers, right?
Food, feed me. Yeah.
Yes.
Feed me.
Anyways.
Yeah. Parents, we hope this is helpful. Next week, we will be finishing up our series with friends. Don't miss out. As always, please like, share, subscribe, share this to everybody that it can be helpful for. We don't think we have all the answers, but what we do have, we want to help out. And as always, remember, you are not alone. You can do this. God is with you, and so are we.
We'll see you next time. Love you guys.